Pain is concentrated knowledge. Pain is learning very quickly, in heavy succession. Like it's concentrated. It's too much at once. What is wisdom? The ability to predict pain. Wisdom, the ability to predict an outcome, the ability to predict a reward, the ability to see difference in a situation, in people, in an environment. So pain. So obviously we want to avoid pain. A lot of people tend to address pain with band-aids, if you will. Like we get headaches and then we take aspirin, and that simply just cuts off the nerve, or like the alert signal that's saying I have a headache. You may be dehydrated, or you might be tired. Your body needs rest. But no, we're gonna take an aspirin and we're gonna keep going anyway. Well, that's a structural issue that you're putting a band-aid on. It's a crack in the proverbial foundation, and we're just putting a little, leak sealing on it just so the water stays out. But yeah, you about to crumble in a minute. We want to address pain with structural solutions, via wisdom, of course. Wisdom, I'm telling you, like if you address everything from a wisdom standpoint, you will realize, or you will experience that the amount of pain that you experience will just drop off immensely. And that's the goal. That's the goal. We don't want to go into BMT, tech school, go through those environments, taking L's. It's very inefficient. It's very inefficient. Think about how many people have gone before you in whatever you're doing in life, college, your career, the military, whatever branch you're in. Think about how many people have gone before you and how many people have taken L's. All of them. All of them have taken some form of L. It will be doggone foolish of you to take those same L's. You didn't use wisdom because the knowledge was there. You chose to get concentrated knowledge, as in you wanted to experience it yourself. Which, I mean, some people have to learn that way. Be a person that heeds wisdom, that hears. I mean, of course, you need to verify information via multiple sources, but thank God we live in the age of the internet, where everyone has a footprint, where knowledge is duplicated everywhere. You can find silver lining. Before I make a purchase, before I travel somewhere, I do my research via social media. Someone's gone there before. I don't book a hotel without checking the Instagram check-ins. I don't go to a gym without checking Instagram check-ins. I don't go on a blind date until I check your Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Vero, or whatever I can get access on. I'm verifying. So, wisdom, people. We don't want pain. We don't want pain. Not all pain leaves you scarless. As in, sometimes you may fall and you may get up without a scratch. Some people get in car accidents, make mistakes, get driving while intoxicated, and some people walk away from the accident. But some people walk away with attempted murder charges, or reckless driving, or DUIs, or that scar them the rest of their lives. Don't be one of those people that have to take an L the rest of your life and you're scarred from that one mistake, when it could have just been a learning experience, or it could have just been, I'm going to avoid this all completely. Be a person that chooses to look down the road, wisdom. Somebody that looks and sees trouble far off and says, if I do this, I predict that the outcome will be this, and I predict that the outcome could be this, and I predict that the outcome over here could be this, and so I'm going to avoid this. I'm not going to wait till I get here to say I probably shouldn't be here, but I'm going to choose to look right here, right in front of me with the decision I'm about to make, and say I'm not going to take this L because I know it's going to end up here. That's wisdom. Millennials. I hate that term, but I have to use it because it's already been entered into the atmosphere of, media, and it's just a word already that we're using. But I hate that word. But if you fall into the category of millennial, which I do as well, we are branded as lazy and immature and all the negative connotations that come with it. Of course, on the other side, we're branded as innovative and groundbreaking. There's two sides of every coin. But I want us to be a generation of wise, great decision makers. Great decision makers. I put a lot of emphasis on decisions I make. They change the course of your life. Pain can change the course of your life. One decision, one bad decision, because a lot of people say one thing led to another and I slipped up. Nah, bruh. You decided to go to the club. You decided to say what's good to old girl. You decided to get her number. You decided to go over. You decided not to use a condom. You decided to get her pregnant. You decide. It's a decision. And a lot of people try to blame someone else. They try to blame the situation or the environment. No, bruh. You decided. Now, for those of you who gone through traumatic events or life has happened to you, by no means am I saying that you are to blame for things of sexual assault or things of that nature. By no means am I saying it's your fault, because it's not. It's not. But for those of you who can control what you can control, do so. Make great decisions. Avoid pain. Avoid concentrated knowledge. It's too much. It's too much at once. Because now you're going to know every little bit. You don't need to know what it's like the experience of what it's like to get a DUI. For what? For what do you need to experience that for? Why do you need to experience what it's like to get kicked out of BMT and sent home and now you're civilian permanently? Why do you need that knowledge? You can read about that. You can watch a video about that, about why somebody got disqualified permanently. Do you need the knowledge of what it's like to get court-martialed from the military? That's concentrated knowledge. It's too much. You now have all of the details. You now qualify to make a video on it. You now qualify to have your YouTube channel and where you express the experiences that you went through. Yes, I got court-martialed and the lawyers were there and I was in my blues and the commander told me about how I was about to take an L and I went home and now I work back at, I can't get a job now, just out on discharge. So now I'm on somebody's couch currently. You now have all the details. You don't need the details. You need to read about that and say, I'm not going to make that same L. I'm not going to do that. That's just wisdom. I've beat this horse into the ground. I digress. You guys get the point. You get the point. Nobody needs concentrated knowledge. There's no reason for it. Outside of something productive that can help someone, that can bring value to someone. A lot of the questions that you guys ask me, I don't have concentrated knowledge on. I have what's called wisdom and discernment. And I just have an inquisitive personality. I ask questions. And questions are probably the best way to learn. It's the ultimate way to learn because it comes with little to no consequences, provided they're in the right context, in the right venue, in the right environment. Ask questions. Don't experience pain. Ask questions.